Hello, my name is Rosie, and this is Sophie, Jaymee, and Darcy. And today we will be addressing the contemporary issue of physical inactivity among young children and why we believe the Heart Foundation initiative should be implemented in primary schools across Australia. A concerning current issue in society at the moment is the physical inactivity among young children, impacting both their physical health and mental well-being. Surprisingly, Australian children are one of the most least active children in the world, and national data shows that less than 23% of children aged between 5 to 14 years are achieving the recommended 60 minutes of physical activity daily. Furthermore, researchers found that children who do not participate in daily physical activity are at higher risk of being diagnosed with cardiovascular disease in the future. As a result, we have chosen the Heart Foundation Getting Active at School. This foundation encourages children to be more physically active during the day by offering and promoting enjoyable, inclusive movement opportunities. The initiative's goal is to ensure children have the opportunity to engage in regular physical activity and movement throughout the day, rather than limiting physical activity to only be done in HPE classes. Another important aspect of this initiative is to educate children on building healthy habits early in life and the importance of maintaining a healthy heart and the benefits it can have to children in the future. By creating a school environment where physical activity is normal and regular, creates positive attitudes towards movement and can positively influence students' relationship with physical activity. To increase physical activity among children, the help and support of key stakeholders such as teachers, parents, students, and the wider community are vital and will be explored further in this presentation. The Heart Foundation is an easy way for schools to get involved in and promote physical activity. For example, schools can easily be involved during the Heart Foundation's Heart Week, which occurs every May, and raises awareness about the importance of physical activity and creating healthy habits to ensure healthy hearts. Embedding physical activity into everyday routines with children ensures the success of this initiative and a positive improvement in children's participation with physical activity. I'll now pass on to Sophie, who will discuss the impact this strategy will have on physical inactivity and the roles and responsibilities for each stakeholder.
The Heart Foundation's Getting Active at School strategy helps reduce physical inactivity by increasing the amount of movement students complete during the school day. By using a whole school approach, physical activity is embedded into everyday routines rather than limited to PE lessons, ensuring students are more active frequently. For example, a weekly jump rope for heart session provides moderate to vigorous activity, improving cardiovascular fitness while encouraging participation through peer leadership. At a classroom level, requiring 20 minutes of daily movement ensures students accumulate regular activity and break up long periods of sitting, which directly reduces sedentary behavior. Tracking the activity increases accountability and consistency across classes. This strategy also promotes inclusive participation, ensuring that all students can be active regardless of ability. By increasing daily movement, reducing sedentary time, and building positive habits, the strategy directly addresses physical inactivity and supports improved heart health in children. To successfully implement the Heart Foundation's Getting Active at School strategy, it is important to actively engage all key stakeholders and build their capability to support physical activity in a consistent and sustainable way. This reflects a whole school approach in HPE, where responsibility for student health is shared across the whole school community. Teachers and staff can be engaged through professional learning, which builds their confidence to incorporate 20 minutes of movement into daily lessons using active breaks and cross-curricular activities. Ongoing communication through staff emails, meetings, and shared resources helps maintain consistency, while an online tracking system supports accountability. Students are engaged by giving them leadership roles and a voice in the program. For example, training the Year 6 students to lead weekly skipping sessions encourages peer role modeling, while goal setting increases motivation and ownership. Parents and carers can be engaged through newsletters and emails that explain the program and provide simple ways to support physical activity at home, strengthening the school-to-home relationship. Finally, government, local councils, and community organisations can be engaged through partnerships, funding, and shared initiatives, while school staff ensure that the program is prioritised and sustained.
These resource packages gives teachers plug-and-play tools that make movement effortless, evidence-based, and it aligns with the Heart Foundation's Getting Active at School framework. The first resource that teachers will be given is the Micro Breaks Handbook. This resource removes planning pressure with 20 no-equipment activities that have been proven to boost focus and reduce sensory time. The next resource for our teachers includes ICT tools like Kahoots, curated playlists, and digital diaries. These build healthy literacy and student ownership, all while tracking real behaviour change in the classroom and outdoors. The final resource offered to our teachers are weekly curriculum-aligned mini lessons that strengthen teacher confidence and ensure that every activity links to the HPE curriculum. Together, these resources transform our campaign from a nice idea into a sustainable whole school movement culture that teachers can implement themselves. This campaign will go for a semester. It will transform Getting Active at School from a one-off idea into a sustained cultural shift. Across 20 weeks, we will build together teacher capability, embed daily micro breaks, and use ICT tools to track a real behaviour change. Early wins create momentum. Mid-semester reviews refine practice, and community partnerships amplify impact. Whole school activation weeks and student-led sessions will keep engagement high, while data collection in week 17 provides measurable growth in movement, confidence, and well-being. By week 20, the school isn't just trialling a program, it is voting on a long-term evidence-based movement culture that is backed by the Heart Foundation. To make this campaign unstoppable, we need real-time insights from the people who live it. Fortnightly teacher check-ins and quick peer observation snapshots give us on-the-ground intel about what's working and what needs tweaking. Students drive the momentum through digital diaries, exit slips, and leadership feedback, because if the movement isn't meaningful to them, then it won't stick. Whole school data tracks participation, behaviour, and engagement so we can improve impact and not just guess it. And parents? Well, their voices complete the picture. Their feedback shows us whether healthy habits are transferring home. Together, these inputs fuel a responsive, evidence-driven campaign that is built to last.
A key principle of this campaign is that it is inclusive, strengths-based, and aligned with child safety and well-being expectations. The focus of our initiative is not on fitness levels or body size. We are focused on developing safe and sustainable lifelong habits. The campaign we propose today aligns with the Australian Government's 24-hour movement guidelines, which emphasise that all children benefit from moving more across the day. By getting students to move more regularly across shorter periods, we can make the goal for 60 minutes of vigorous exercise more achievable. From a sensitivity and child safety perspective, all activities are universally delivered to an appropriate developmental level, meaning no child is targeted or singled out. Teachers are also encouraged to use strengths-based language that focus on what our bodies are capable of, rather than deficit language that could lead to embarrassment or comparison between peers. Reducing negative stigmas towards physical activity will boost the self-efficacy of our students and ensure that they are more inclined to make prolonged and sustainable healthy choices. Because success of the program will be measured at a whole school level, there will be no need for individual tracking or comparisons, ensuring student health information related to fitness and activity remains confidential. Choice and flexibility are also critical. Students are offered multiple ways to participate, enabling maximum participation in the process. Providing a range of activities means students will have a choice of less vigorous stretching and walking exercises, alongside more complex physical activities to support inclusive practice on all levels. This approach also aligns with the Child Protection Act expectations with regards to promoting the dignity, student agency, and participation of students without pressure. The mental well-being of our students will be prioritised by encouraging students to use the one-step remove strategy during discussions about their health. This ensures they are not disclosing information that may be harmful to themselves or others and keeps health conversations closely linked to the context of the curriculum. Physical safety is managed by working within the existing school procedures, and activities are low risk and supervised under regular classroom duty of care responsibilities. To broaden the impact of our campaign, we have 2 external stakeholders who can support with delivering activities and upskilling staff and parent health knowledge. We have partnered with our local football club who have graciously offered volunteers to run some come and try sessions during scheduled HPE time and lunch breaks. These sessions teach basic movement skills and teamwork, focusing on fun rather than competition. Teachers will be present during their regular lunchtime duties, enabling them to observe new strategies and build confidence in incorporating new activities into their own classroom practices. We also have an accredited exercise physiologist from a local community health service who has offered to provide short, school-approved information pieces. Her work relates specifically to children in primary school demographics and will deliver information on how to reduce sedentary time at home. This approach will build the general knowledge of parents without offering individualized advice that would interfere with student confidentiality. These will be made available to parents in digital newsletters, providing a summary of programs and strategies that provide students with opportunities to incorporate more movement into their external school routines as well as at school.